So with my account, I only get to do 5 minutes at a time. So this is going to be part two of the video. So we just talked about pictographs and ideographs. Now we're going to move on to talk about arts. So these are some things that the Chinese culture at the time was really known for creating. So they made a lot of things out of bronze. They made silk clothes. They made stuff out of white clay, which is called kaolin, and they also made jade statues. Okay, so the next dynasty that we're going to talk about is called the Zhou dynasty. This is the longest dynasty in Chinese history. So a vocab word here is bureaucracy, which is a group of government workers. The land was divided up into territories at this time because China was getting pretty big. And as I said before, the aristocrats, they were in charge of the different territories. Another vocab word here is hereditary. A lot of people got in the positions that they were at because of the family that they were born into. The king was believed to be given the right to rule by the gods, which is called the mandate of heaven. And as a part of that, there were different things that were expected of him since he was given this divine right to rule. So the Tao, or it was called the Wei, is a Chinese belief system, and there were different rules about the way that the king was supposed to rule. Okay, and if the king wasn't ruling in the right way, then it was thought that the gods didn't approve of him anymore and that he could be overthrown. During the Zhou dynasty, they invented a new irrigation system, which gave them a better water supply for their crops, and so they could grow more, and they were able to trade more and sell more of their goods outside of the places where they were made. Now, at this time, also, there was a lot of war between the states. The aristocrats stopped following the king, and they decided to fight each other for control over the lands. It was called the period of warring states. Because there was so much war, they invented the saddle and the stirrup so that they could fight more easily while they were riding horses. Now we're going to move on to talk about society and culture in ancient China, and the three major philosophies or ways of thinking at this time. So you guys have already learned about Confucianism while you were learning about world religions. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about some other philosophies as well, Taoism and legalism. So all of these philosophies had the same goal. They were all trying to teach people how to create a well-run and peaceful society. And your vocab word philosophy is the study of basic ideas about society, education, and right and wrong. So all of these philosophies had different ideas about those things. So for Confucianism, you guys should already know this stuff, but if you don't remember, it would be good to write it down still. The founder is Confucius. The central idea is duty. So that means that the needs of my family and my community are more important than my own needs. So I should put the needs of other people first. And because of this, Confucius believed that those in government shouldn't just be determined by your family. Other people should get the opportunity to lead if they are capable and talented and fit for the job. The ancient text of Confucius is called the Analects. The other philosophy we're going to talk about is called Taoism. That was called the Path. The founder is Laozi. The central ideas of this philosophy are to give up worldly desires and to live simply and to treat nature with respect. The next one is legalism. The founder is Han Feizi. It's called the School of Law. The central ideas are that humans are naturally evil and that harsh laws and strict punishment are very important to make sure people do their duty and live peacefully in society.